Total of 32.
Hey everybody, Tom here for Beyond Walt Disney Planet. I'm in Sandusky, Ohio, visiting Cedar Point. This was the highlight of my trip. You can hear my voice is still a little gravelly. I lost my voice a couple days ago. I just got my Cedar Point hat. I was here all day yesterday. It was beautiful. Very few lines. I rode every roller coaster in the park, including the 2 kiddie coasters. There was only one roller coaster that was down, and unfortunately is still down as it got struck by lightning, and they're redoing all the electrical stuff. Just so happened to be the one roller coaster that I was looking for the most, which was Steel Vengeance. So unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to ride that. Very disappointed. I'll have to come back at a later date to experience that roller coaster. But today, we're going to expect some rain a little bit later, so I'm going to start touring the park, show you guys everything that this park has to offer. Lots of fantastic, award-winning roller coasters, world record breakers. Had a fantastic time. Looking forward to today as well. So let's start at the front and work our way around the perimeter and work our way back up again to the front. Alright, so from the main entrance just to the right, got Ocean Motion. Alright, and that is a basic pirate ship style ride. Goes back and forth. Directly in the center, you got the Cedar Point Midway Carousel. Point Plaza is the main gift shop for Cedar Point, just on the right hand side. This is where I got my hat. I'm showing you a map. This is the paper map that you get at the front of the park. Alright, so we are like right here. Carousel's here, and we're going to work our way this way. Follow the path to the right. I'll show you the rest of the main midway first. Next to Point Plaza, very recognizable Starbucks coffee shop. Apologize for the reflection. You have a sky ride here. Puts you right down the center midway area. Right next to Starbucks coffee, you got the ice cream parlor. Next up, you got Pink's Hollywood Legend since 1939. Alright, so I just had a fantastic chili dog at Pink's. I also picked up my drink cup. I opted to get the all-day dining plan, which is $34.99. So I'm going to be here all day. You get a wristband here. They scan that at all the different food establishments. You typically get one entree and a side. Drink's not included, but my drink is covered. $34.99 was for the all-day dining plan. Sounds like a lot, but eating at one place is usually over $20 if you get, you know, a entree and a side. So I'm gonna make my money basically after eating the second time, and I'll be here all day long. So most likely I'll be able to eat a couple more times after that. So keep that in mind if you're here and you plan on eating a lot. I can eat a lot of food. I did most of my rides yesterday, so chances are I'm not going to be going on a whole lot today. Steel Vengeance was the one coaster I was looking forward to. Unfortunately, it's not going to open today. So anyway, we're going to continue our tour around the entry plaza first. Then we're going to work our way around the park, going from right, making a loop around to the left. back to the front of the park. So there's a standalone map. There's 3 kiddie areas. They got Kiddie Kingdom, Planet Snoopy, and then up at the top they have Camp Snoopy. Alright, so as this is considered the Midway area, lots of games of chance. It's not a very peak day, so some of the games are not in operation. It's right past the games of chance. They got Johnny Rockets, the original hamburger shop. And they got Kiddie Kingdom, which I will show you in a moment. So follow the path straight. They got a little splash pad area. So we're gonna go this way. This building, not open as of yet. We have a Snoopy boutique. Right next to Snoopy boutique, they got a sweet spot. All sorts of candies and fudge, caramel apples. Right next door, they got the Pagoda gift shop. A few other shops. Got an Auntie Annie's pretzel shop. Alright, so this is the other end of the Sky Ride. Alright, so this is the side that I just showed you. I'm going to show you everything on the opposite end, towards the front. Get a character done, or face painting. We got Cadillac motor cars. They're riding old-timey cars. Basically, cars with go-kart engines, and you ride around on a track. Alright, so I just took a ride. It was fun, must admit. Used to do go-karts all the time when I was a kid. Definitely a lot slower than a go-kart. And they got a Subway. Sandwich shop, not the kind that goes on the ground. A typical Subway. Prices. And this is something I've never seen in another theme park that I've been to. It's called Cedar Downs. Took a ride in this yesterday. It was actually pretty fun.
Near the back of the pack, waiting race for the clubhouse turn, and Montgomery Auto is set today. And Roseman's toward the inside, and there goes Warren Lebound. He splits horses as they move into the first turn. He's now third in between horses. And on the outside, Rob sees the range of the lead. Mr. Smith, long shots, Rob, six on the outside. Sunday Ray, no good on the seventh at this point. Perfect trip is eight on the outside, and Mark Fast two on the right.
Right next to Cedar Downs, they got the corral. We got walking tacos, chicken fingers, or pizza, or you get a hot dog on a stick. All right, next up, you got Cedar Point's fresh cut legendary fries, and there's also a Coca-Cola Freestyle. Of course, this is the best place to come for your drink refills. That way you can mix them, add flavorings. This is the entrance for Raptor Rules the Sky. That is this awesome suspension coaster, dual colored green track. And you got Hugo's Italian Kitchen. Alright, they just opened. It smells really good in here. We got the Jack Aldrich Theater. Not open yet. It opens up in a couple days, June 1st. We got Bayou Refreshments. Right next to Buy Refreshments, you got Sweets and Treats Candy Shop. We're finally right by the front gates. Got a Coca-Cola Oasis. These are fountain-style drinks, so you cannot mix. It's only what the flavors are available. It's just the lower portion of the map. We did the main Midway. Did the right side, then came back down the other side towards the front. So we're gonna go over to the Kiddie Kingdom and check that out, and then the Lakeside Midway. All right, so we're gonna check out Kiddie Kingdom now. This ride's called Space Age. This ride's called Motorcycles. It's called 4x4s. Smaller version of the antique cars that I took, the Cadillac cars. This ride's called Helicopters. So it's called Mustangs. We got police cars. And rock, spin, and turn. Alright, so we got the Kiddie Kingdom Carousel. So it's called Roto Whip. Sky Fighters. So it's called Dune Buggies. We're gonna follow the path next to Kiddie Kingdom. Got Max Air. Let's definitely get some good air time. So right next to Kiddie Kingdom is the area called Lakeside Midway. Called Gatekeeper. See, this track goes along the whole front of the entryway, both sides. Most coasters in the park do not have places to keep belongings. So if you have backpacks, hats, things like that, you'll have to put them in a locker prior to boarding. All right, Troika. We got Dodge 'em. For your standard bumper cars. All right, directly across from Dodge 'em is the aptly named Giant Wheel. That's a Giant Wheel. They got a Tiki Twirl.
And enjoy the rest of your day here.
We got Wicked Twister. There's a launch coaster. Back and forth numerous times. Alright, next we got Windseeker. Alright, just took a spin on this. Get a fantastic view of the park.
I'm going myself.
Alright, so showing you guys the map again. We're in the Lakeside Midway. I'm standing approximately right here. Gonna go check out Planet Snoopy. This is one of 3 kiddie areas and 2 Snoopy themed areas. It's just a unique park as it has Planet Snoopy and a Camp Snoopy section. So we're gonna check out Planet Snoopy. We got Joe Cool's Dodge 'em School. This is the kiddie version of bumper cars. Alright, Alright, you got Snoopy's Deep Sea Divers. This type of ride is available at most types of Cedar Fair parks. Just the ride vehicles themselves are shaped differently. Just goes up and around. Alright, we got Snoopy's Express Railroad. Goes around a nice oval circle. Perfect ride for the toddler age group. On the kite eating tree. Not a whole lot of very little kids here today. So most of these rides I won't be able to show you in action, but this is a mini drop tower. This ride is called Woodstock Whirlybirds. Got Peanuts Road Rally. See you ride around in these monster trucks. Each of the cars are named after the different Peanuts characters. Got Charlie Brown in the front. It's called Snoopy's Space Race. Little rocket ships. The Flying Ace Balloon Race. Got Snoopy at the top. Got Snoopy here to say hi to everybody. Alright, next to Planet Snoopy, got Melt Bar and Grilled. Lots of TVs showing different channels. We got some cartoons going. Alright, so we're back at the far end of the main midway. Gonna be heading towards the Gemini Midway. Alright, so on the right of the Skyway station, on the far end, you got the Scrambler. Scrambler's always a fun ride. You would often see this at fairs and carnivals. Across from the Scrambler, you got the Matterhorn. Not to be confused with the Walt Disney Company's Disneyland version. It goes pretty fast. Right next to the Matterhorn, you can see the blue and white track of the Corkscrew. This was kind of a rough ride. See the four-sided power tower. All the way up. Right across on the power tower is the fastest roller coaster in the park and the highest at 420 feet and 120 miles per hour. Very, very, very fast roller coaster. Quick ride over in like 30 seconds, but it's really, really fun. Top Thrill Dragster is built as the original Strata coaster. Right across from Top Thrill Dragster, got the Super Himalaya. Finally come to the loading station for the Corkscrew roller coaster. Just past Top Thrill Dragster and the Corkscrew, you got Magnum XL 200. Original hyper coaster. Alright, now this is an awesome roller coaster. Alright, so actually you have to exit the park towards the Cedar Point Shores water park to get a better view of the Magnum XL 200 roller coaster. It's the main entrance to Cedar Point Shores water park. Entrances is outside of the main Cedar Point theme park. Behind the water tubes you can see the giant lift hill. You see a portion of the water park. Also get a fantastic view of Gemini in front of the main entrance to the water park. Gemini is a dual track wooden coaster. Alright, so showing you the map again, I am at the resort entrance. Which is right here. Okay, we just got a better view of Gemini and the track for Magnum XL 200. So we're going to follow the path around Gemini Midway. Then they go into Camp Snoopy, which is the third children's area and the second Snoopy themed area. Just to the right from the resort entrance, got Backbeat Q Barbecue Smokehouse. Alright, smells delicious in here, so I'm going to get some barbecue while I'm here. Alright, so I got some pulled pork, some roasted corn, and a side of mac and cheese. Get a nice piece of cornbread. Now, throughout the day, they do have live music. Nobody playing at the moment, though. Alright, so continuing along right past the barbecue place, and I just had my lunch. Got Monster. Alright, so directly next to Monster, you got Lake Erie Eagles. You control the height by controlling the front of the bird's head. Acts as a sail to catch the wind. And directly across from Lake Erie Eagles, you got Pipe Scream. It spins around, goes up and down the track. See a lot of kids with basketballs. It's most likely where they get them. Alright, so following the path, we come to the loading station for Gemini, the dual wooden roller coaster. Just like yesterday, it is down at the moment. But I did get to go on this on one side of the track. This is a fun, nice, smooth wooden coaster. Right next to Gemini, you got Slingshot. This is an additional price ride, up to 2 riders. The increased attention on the wires, and you basically fling yourself up. You go up and down a few times. It's pricing for the Slingshot. Video is also additional 20. Alright, showing you the back portion of the map. We're right near the Slingshot and the entrance to Gemini. We're gonna go check out Camp Snoopy. This is the third kiddie area and the second area of the park that is Snoopy themed. All right, Camp Snoopy. It's a giant inflatable Snoopy. It's called Snoopy Bounce. Lower portion is a basic bounce house. Right across from that, you got Peanuts 500. The race cars, you get spun around at the end. All right next to that, you got Woodstock Express. Now, I went on this ride yesterday. Just to say, I've been on other coasters. This is the only non-wooden Woodstock Express in any Cedar Fair park that I've currently been to. Don't know as of yet if this is the only one that's not wood. I think a Camp Snoopy Theater. Meet some of the characters. You got Charlie Brown, Lucy, and you got Linus with his blanket. What's up, Chuck? How you doing, Charlie Brown? All right, we got the Red Baron. Got the Red Baron airplane. And there's Snoopy in his fighter pilot outfit riding his doghouse. You can see the bullet holes in it. Right across from that, you got Linus's Beetlebugs. Familiar looking ride. You find this at most fairs and carnivals. Usually down as Tilt-A-Whirl. And you got Camp Bus. Just like the vehicle that we saw over at Planet Snoopy. Except instead of a submarine, this is a school bus. Also goes up and around. Just like that. And actually you got Woodstock's Airmail. Just like the kite eating tree. A little bit taller. This is a kid-sized drop tower. And we got Charlie Brown's Wind Up. If you're familiar with the Peanuts character in the comics or even their holiday specials, you know Charlie Brown is very fond of baseball. So this is a swings ride. Alright, we got Balloon Race. And how appropriate, there's a little bird up on one of the squirrels. See Lucy in the Charlie Brown balloon. Snoopy and Woodstock and his fellas going down the waterfall. We got Joe Cool's Corner Store. Alright, right next to the main entrance to Camp Snoopy, you got Happy Friar. Had this yesterday. Cheese on a stick. Unfortunately, there's more batter than it was cheese. It's still good though. Fresh cut fries are really good though. Alright, showing you the back portion of the map again. We're right in front of Gemini. Just saw Camp Snoopy. So we're going to work our way to the left to Frontier Town. That's right by the Slingshot. Get a really good view of part of the track for Still Vengeance. Alright, so we cross the railroad tracks. Right past the railroad tracks, come to Shady Hollow. Nice place to sit down, relax. Alright, next we come up to Stockade Refreshments. Got all sorts of stuff you can get here. We got Western Shootout. Play a game of horse and you win a horse. We got the general store. Traditional souvenir shop. Right next to the general store, they got a Coca-Cola Freestyle station. Got a theater, lots of places to sit down. Gossip Gulch is a stage. The Coke Freestyle, you got a Jitney Arcade. Frontier Town First Aid. Got fountain floats and a smokehouse. Mrs. Keats Smokehouse. Nice big dining room, all sorts of vintage looking signs on the walls. Directly across from Mrs. Keats' smokehouse, you got the Roundup. Alright, right next door you got Maverick. This was one of my favorite rides I rode yesterday. Very, very smooth. Very fast. Maverick has a really nice track layout. Alright, right past Maverick, Cedar Point's Lake Erie Railroad. I'm gonna go for a ride on this now. Real nice look of the train. Be riding it about here. Just get on the train. There are like thousands and thousands of these little bitty bugs on all the seats. Alright, the most anticipated roller coaster for me at this park, Steel Vengeance. I am so looking forward to this. Alright, just got off of Steel Vengeance, hour and 15 wait, which isn't really bad for this ride. It drizzled a little bit, so we were kind of afraid it was going to not be operating because of rain. Luckily, the rain passes by. I got to go on this phenomenally awesome roller coaster. Best one in the park, as far as I'm concerned. So out of all the roller coasters in the park, number one for me is Steel Vengeance. Number two, only because it was such a smooth ride, was Maverick. That's actually right next door to this. And then my other favorite roller coaster in my top three would be Millennium Force. It's an Ultra Gaga coaster. Also very smooth. Second highest coaster in the park. Fantastic. So we are going to continue on our tour of Cedar Point. Alright, so we got a little bit of rain here, which I was expecting because I checked the weather report before I came today. It was supposed to rain for about an hour. So as long as it's not torrential downpouring, I'm going to keep walking around the tour because I got my umbrella. All the rides will be stopped, which is fine. So following the path, we come to the Cedar Creek Mine Ride. This was kind of a rough ride, which you kind of expect it to be. Those little buggies are flying all over the place. Then we got Village Square Auto Library. Alright, so the rain got really, really severe. So I came inside this building, which is cool because they have models of some of the rides they have here. Armored Horse. Denzel Kiddieland Carousel. Wow. You have a lot of vintage items in here. This 1937 World Series play ball game. This football game. Got a steam engine. 1904. Well, this thing's actually really cool looking. It's very old vintage bicycles. Very old clock. Of course, it's no longer in operation. This is a model of the former Mean Streak. So in a way, Mean Streak is still here at Cedar Point. It just goes by a different name, Steel Vengeance. The coaster was altered, lift hill increased, and metal slats were added in place of the wooden track. Fantastic ride. Alright, so Town Hall Museum is the building I rode out the storm in. Alright, just to the left of the Town Hall Museum, you got Skyhawk. Alright, now that the sun's back out, these rides should be starting up again soon. Right next to Skyhawk, you got Snake River Falls. Cedar Point has 2 car tracks. We had that downpour. A couple of people were stuck on these slow-moving vehicles. More of these lovely bugs all over the place. The track with antique cars is completely flooded at the moment. They're working on clearing out the water before they can open up again. Right across from the antique cars, you got Pizza, an engine company number 3, which is ice cream and drinks. Alright, Skyhawk in action. Get some good height on this thing. Wow. Alright, showing you the northern portion of the map. Here's where we are near. We got Town Hall Museum and Guest Services. We're going to start moving our way around to the Frontier Trail momentarily. But the little path to the right past the ice cream shop, got Chick-fil-A. I came here right after the museum and the rain stopped. Got me a chicken sandwich and some waffle fries. Right next to that, you got Wave Swinger. Thing raises up and you swing out pretty good on this. They're also working on getting the rain cleared away. Alright, we're going to head down Frontier Trail now. See more of the track from Maverick. Alright, Snake River Falls. Alright, so we are on the opposite side. This is the actual entrance to Snake River Falls. You have the glassblowing experience. Show you how they actually do glass blowing. So hot that kiln is. Other tools.
Alright, I'm gonna get started. I'm just getting a couple of colors out.
Inside the shop, everything that you see in here was made on the premises. This whole building is made out of bottles. 2,380 to be exact, according to the lady inside. This inside, you can see that they are actual bottles. Wow. It's a heating and cooling mechanism. Wow, that is something. Alright, right past the glass blowing theater, we got Thunder Canyon. Thunder Canyon is a water rapids ride. Just so you know, if you ride this ride, you will get wet. So not a lot of riders at the moment. This is the loading platform. So I'm going to go find a locker for my stuff and come back and give it a ride. Here's some lucky people right here. Alright, just got off that water ride. I took a gamble and I lost severely. Directly underneath both waterfalls. I was essentially the only one on the raft. They got completely drenched. Luckily there was a bin where you can keep your shoes and socks so you don't get completely wet. I got a locker prior to getting on the ride. So it's just my shorts and shirt that are completely wet. But now that the sun's out, I expect to dry off pretty quickly. So I'm going to continue on with the tour now. That's a shoe bin for Thunder Canyon. A lot of people are leaving like backpacks and stuff like that. I don't recommend you do that. Ditch your shoes and socks. The set of lockers directly next door. $2. Get you 2 hours in a locker. So you're planning on going on some other water rides. I'm going to show you Snake River Falls in action. People can actually stand on the bridge here. Get completely drenched if they choose to do so. If you're simply walking by, you want to make sure you're out of the way. And that was with an empty boat. Imagine it full of people with the extra weight. That would cause even a bigger splash. You got this old style looking water wheel. So we're gonna go inside the mill where the water wheel is on the side.
Were set too close together.
See inside.
The meal was too powdery. If the grooves in the stones were worn, the meal was coarse and irregular. During periods of heavy use.
Oh, this is neat. They got an old tractor. And they got the barnyard. Alright, they got miniature donkeys. And miniature horses. Hi guys, got the miniature horses and miniature donkeys. You got two giant turkeys. You guys hear gobble gobble? And we got some sheep. And some big old goats. What's up, goaty? You guys are all looking for food from me. I don't have any food, I'm sorry. These are smaller sheep or lambs. You guys like rah. And we got some llamas. Let's go to the group by size. Small, medium, and large. And next to the llamas, you got alpacas. Very similar looking animals. Got some geese. Here you got some yakety yaks. Make sure you don't talk back to them though. And then we got a dromedary camel, or a one-hump camel. What's up, buddy? It's a tall camel. Who's coming over? Hi, how are you? Another camel over here. I'll be looking for something to eat. What's up, guys? These look like sheep also. Got this guy in his old flying contraption. There's numerous old type shops, but they're all closed or closing. You got Fort Sandusky, you can go outside and explore. You have a sign maker here, you got a real wood sign made. You got a blacksmith shop and trail rides, you get to ride miniature horses. That is closed for today. Alright, going right to this bridge here now. Well, they got an old train. Additional eateries. A place to get snacks. Got the Red Carter Saloon. Last show was at 6:30, so the doors are already closed. Alright, this building with the grass on the roof is a Panda Express. Alright, so to the left of Panda Express, got Millennium Force. Got this blue and silver track. It's the second highest coaster in the park. You can see the lift hill. Nice drop. Alright, right across the Millennium Force, you got Regaro.
If you're exploring, all you have to do is go back there one time and you're walking away at full size.
See Ragaroo. Or Ragaro. I think it's Ragaro. This is a fun ride, except for the over-the-shoulder restraint can hurt. If you don't have your head all the way back, Your head's gonna hit it with your ears, and it really hurts. Then we got the Dragon's Inn refreshments. They got corn dogs, breaded cheese sticks with sauce, colossal hot dogs or chicken tenders. All right, right in front of Ragaro's entry, you got the Funway station for the Cedar Point and Lake Erie Railroad. Cedar Point does have Monster Jam here at the moment. See some of the monster trucks that were used in Monster Jam. These are all retired versions of the vehicles. Got a high-octane stage show. Got vertical impact. Skateboarders, roller skaters, and BMX racers. Lots of tricks and dancers. Next up, we got Coasters Drive-In. Old-style hamburger shop. A musical group called the Swell Tones. Okay, so we worked our way around the main entryway. All right, so we're gonna go a different way. Instead of going down this path, following the sky ride, we're gonna hang a right down this trail. A really good look at the track. Orange and blue Valravn. All right, Valravn. It's a double dive coaster.
I want to see them drop.
This is a good coaster also. Valravn is a floorless coaster. Man, the track is below you, but there is no floor. So your feet dangle. It's also a dive coaster, holds you up there. Also, some of the widest train cars I've ever seen. Sits 8 across. It's a double dive. A really good view of Raptor. Right in front of Valravn. It was a fun ride. Nice suspension coaster. Now directly next to Valravn, you got Blue Streak. This is one of their wooden coasters. I believe it's one of the oldest wooden coasters they have here. It's difficult to get a good view of this particular coaster because it's a terrain coaster. It goes all the way behind Valravn. The only part of the track I can basically see is the lift hill and the return station. It's a little bit rickety, but that's a wood coaster for you. Got Chickies and Pete's, rated #1 sports bar in North America by ESPN. Now they are already closed for the evening, but you can see some of the food that they have here. All right, remember this building on the main midway earlier that was closed? Well, it is open. They have all sorts of games and games of chance. You can win prizes. I'm gonna take a quick look inside Snoopy Boutique. I'm a fan of the peanuts. There's some giant plush characters. We got Snoopy and Woodstock. There is Snoopy in his flying doghouse facing the Red Baron. I've always liked the Peanuts characters. This was actually one of my first comic strips I started reading as a little boy. And I've always watched the holiday specials that come on. Even to this day, I'll watch them if I notice them. So this gift shop has basically everything. Snoopy and the rest of the gang. Lots of different shirts, sweatshirts. You can even get some flip-flops. This is cute. Daisy Hill Puppy Farm, that's where Snoopy came from. Different selection of shirts. Got onesies, kid sizes, adult sizes. Like this shirt. This is my happy face. More plush and nice selection of hats. And more flip-flop sandals. Well, they got Charlie Brown gear. The well-known black zigzag on the yellow shirt. You got personalized mugs. And I found a mug with my name on it. It's the back side of that mug. It's cute, but I'm not going to get it. Get other name mugs. Even got stuff for your pets. You can dress your dog as Charlie Brown. That is so cute. You do have all the main Peanuts characters in plush form. Like this is Sally, Charlie Brown's sister. That's really in love with Linus. And you got Pigpen. The kid that's perpetually dirty. You got Peppermint Patty. She's got a crush on Charlie Brown. And Marcy, friends with Peppermint Patty. Definitely the smarter of the two. Got Franklin. He usually is with Peppermint Patty. Got Schroeder. So he's playing his piano. And Lucy is in love with him. Almost as much as she is in love with herself. And we got Lucy. And Linus with his security blanket that he refuses to give up. And Woodstock, best friend to Snoopy. And of course you got good old Charlie Brown. And you got Snoopy. Got lots of characters of him. Alright, so I'm heading out to the front gates. Coming up soon. It's about 7:30. Park closes at 8 o'clock today. A little bit later in the season, they will be open till 11 on each night. Schools is still not out for all the areas. So during the weekday, like today, it's not a very busy day. I didn't have any wait times basically, except for Steel Vengeance, only because it was closed for a day and a half. So I didn't mind an hour and a half wait time for that. Normally on a peak day, that would be up to a 3-hour wait. And it's definitely worth it. So I had a fantastic time these last 2 days here. Hope you guys enjoyed my tour. They are always adding new rides to this place, keeping up with all their awards and achievements. So who knows what's coming up next. I don't see where they have a whole lot of room left on this little peninsula here, but they have a little bit of space. They've worked in other coasters really close to each other, so who knows. But I had a lot of fun. This is the best Cedar Fair park that I have been to. Most people agree this is the crowning achievement of Cedar Fair, which would be Cedar Point in Sandusky, Ohio. If you haven't already subscribed, please do so. Leave me some comments, questions. I always answer. I look forward to hearing from everybody. If you like what you saw, please give me a thumbs up. That lets me know that you enjoyed what you saw. I'll see everybody next time. Bye. All right, this is how you know we're really close to the water. Got seagulls on cars. That's just funny to see.